So I wanted to come out here and talk about feelings today because it's important to talk about your feelings. You don't have to talk about your feelings to somebody else. Talk to yourself. I have been feeling some type of ways, honestly. I've just been having all these feels because something recently happened. I'm not going to say what, but I'm just going to tell you like how I felt and how I dealt with it and all that good stuff. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't know how to process your feelings and you think that being angry and sad are just negative and you shouldn't be feeling them. So maybe you numb yourself and escape your reality so you don't have to deal with those feelings. And I get you. I totally understand you because I used to be the same way. I used to just numb myself and I used to just escape. I used to not want to face my problems. Being sad and being angry, I don't like to call them negative feelings. They could be negative feelings if you let them consume you. They're feelings. We're human and we have those feelings, and it's important to learn from them when you are feeling those type of feelings. Feeling those feelings is actually being positive because you are allowing yourself to feel those feelings, process them, and then let them go instead of then letting them consume you, because then you will turn into a negative person. You will do negative things and you will say negative things. So feel. Do not be scared to feel any type of feeling. If you feel hurt, annoyed, betrayed, or anything like that you think are more on the negative side, pay attention to that and ask yourself, why are you feeling like that? And it's usually somebody else that's doing something that might make you mad, that might make you sad, that might annoy you, irritate you, just, get under your skin. So ask yourself, okay, why does this get under my skin? Sometimes it goes deep, way in there, and you have to get to the root cause. It might take a while, okay? To not be able to let other people hurt you, make you feel mad, irritate you, annoy you. You start talking to yourself and you're like, okay, well, I'm the one that's allowing them to annoy me. I'm the one that's allowing them to get me mad. Let's say they're saying mean things about you. You are allowing that to hurt you because you are listening to them. You believe what they are saying. You believe that they say you're not worthy, that nobody likes you, that nobody's going to care for you, that nobody's going to love you. You believe that. So you get to the root cause and, maybe like I said, it's deeper. Maybe it's because you grew up with your family telling you that. It gets you sad, gets you emotional, but it also makes you mad. I suggest when you feel these feelings, talk to yourself, journal, meditate. Why do you feel like that? And then when you realize that it's actually you allowing them to hurt you, because you could just not pay attention to them. And you do that by gaining confidence and by loving yourself, by saying positive affirmations to yourself. I am enough. I am full of love. I am lovable. I am kind. I take care of myself so I could take care of other people, and I will attract people that will take care of me. That gets you grounded. That gets you centered in who you are. You gain confidence, and then you don't allow those mean things that they say to you to get to you, to annoy you, to make you mad. At first, it might make you mad at yourself. Why did I allow them to get me mad? It's all my fault. You might go through that little phase and it's okay. You didn't do better because you didn't know better. Now that you love yourself and that you are centered and that you are just whole and full of peace, you just let it all go and you don't let it affect you. Let's say there's situations that happen to you and you get mad. Feel that madness. Talk to yourself. Feel it out. If you feel like screaming, scream. If you feel like crying, cry, journal, whatever it is that you feel like doing. Just don't hurt nobody, okay? Don't hurt nobody. Don't say mean things because you will end up regretting it. Go for a walk. Just walk away. There's no need to argue. No response is a response. You might want to talk to that person and say how you're feeling. They might not want to listen, and that is okay. They're not going to comprehend you. So just go for a walk, journal it out, write them a letter. You could give it to them, you could not give it to them. Just writing down how you feel, that is enough. Letting your feelings out, that is enough. So yeah, I have been feeling a little bit all over the place because something did happen to me. So it was something that somebody else did. I still have to work on a little bit on seeing people for who they really are and not seeing them for their potential, for who they can be. Everybody is love. Everybody's full of love, but some people just don't let it out and they just really don't give a fuck. So I just had like this little, they probably respect my boundaries. They actually probably give a fuck about me a little bit. And this was like, damn, like, no, they do not give a fuck about you. They do not give two fucks about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your boundaries. They don't care about your feelings. Now, at first it was like shock where I was like, did this person really do this to me? I was like, what the fuck? I was hurt. I was sad because I'm like, how can you do this? And you have this question, and I asked them. I was trying to talk to this person, didn't attempt to listen to me at all, did not give a fuck about anything that I had to say, literally closed the door on my face. I like to talk things out, but they don't. And I'm just like, wow. It was crazy. I did say how I felt, and that was that. And then I walked away, and I was still processing my feelings, and I was like, okay, just feel. And I wasn't angry. When I walked away, I started crying. I just cried and cried and cried. I literally cried probably for like 2 hours. Sometimes you just need a good cry, dude. That's all you need. And I journaled. I journaled a lot. I journaled everything that I was feeling, all my thoughts, everything. I just let it all out. That era where I used to drink, party, and go out and stuff like that, I call it my Lisbeth era. I say, Lisbeth would have done this, Lisbeth would have done that, Lisbeth would have thought that. And I was just reflecting, I'm handling this right. And I had those feelings like, there I go again, allowing them to hurt me. I'm still human. I'm going to have these feelings. I'm going to feel hurt. So just let it all out now. That way you just let it go and you don't think about it. Because I'm pretty sure that you have gone through something, or somebody has done something to you where you're just avoiding it and you're just pushing it away. Like, let it go, let it go. You're not allowing yourself to heal. You're distracting yourself. You're numbing yourself. You're getting drunk or whatever. You're escaping your reality. And then you just can't get it out of your head after. You're going days, weeks, months, years still thinking about that situation or whatever they said, whatever they did to you. That's holding resentment, holding a grudge. And I do not do none of that anymore. So that's why I feel it. I allow myself to feel. That moment, I literally had no idea how I was feeling. Then it was like all over the place. I was sad. I was crying. I was journaling. And then I was just there, silent again. And then I would start laughing. It was all over the place, you guys. And that is okay. Those are feelings. Those are emotions. Let it just hit you. Feel it through, let it flow, and then let it out. It was intense. For me, it was intense. Everybody takes things differently. You could be a very emotional person and you just, you're all up in your feelings all the time and you process your feelings differently than other people. But do not numb yourself. Don't numb yourself. Don't escape. Don't avoid it. Allow yourself to feel. Feel it. Feel it in that moment. That's being present. And that's loving yourself because you are allowing yourself to feel that. I feel like sometimes my emotions are also just all over the place and I think about it a little bit too hard. And that moment I was like, wow, I'm surprised I'm not angry. And it's like I was trying to make myself angry, but I'm like, no, it's okay. If I'm not angry, I'm not angry. When I reflect the days after, I'm like, I've dealt with that anger issue. I was trying to make myself angry because of old Liz would have been angry. And that's the thing, at that moment, I was thinking, old Liz would have just escaped, gotten drunk, avoided the situation, probably would have said some crazy ass shit, done some crazy ass shit, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, you know what? It's cool because I let that person know how that person hurt me. I wanted to talk to them. They didn't want to talk. They didn't want to listen to me. They literally called me ridiculous. This person called me ridiculous. I think that's the thing was making me laugh because I was like, wow. And after, reflect. What is it that needs to be done now? You learn from that situation. I set more boundaries and I'm firm on them. Cut off people. Stop talking to them. And actually set boundaries if there needs to be boundaries set. What they went through is not an excuse either. If they had a rough childhood or whatever, if they were never shown love, or if they lack self-love, they shouldn't be allowed to hurt you. That's when you need to cut off those people because you might be doing better. And I was like that. I was like, oh, well, they lack self-love, this and that. I lacked self-love at one point and I learned it to heal. I'm healing. I'm still learning to heal and I'm actually trying to do better. Those people are not doing better because they don't want to, because they really don't give a fuck about their life and they don't want to love themselves. They think that all this stuff is BS and that there's no point in it. Hey, that's how they're going to lose real people in their life, and it is what it is. You have to let them be. You can't change them either. You can't be there and trying to help them see and understand you, because they will not see and understand you if they truly don't want to. I know you might want to be seen, you might want to be heard and understood. Most of the time, those people that don't give a fuck about your feelings are just not going to care. They don't care what you have to say. They might call you ridiculous, like I was being called ridiculous, and that doesn't hurt me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to suppress my emotions because of them, because they call me ridiculous or because they might call me weak for crying. No. I'm actually trying to heal. I'm being positive and I'm moving forward with this. I'm learning from all this. They're just being stuck. They're going to keep calling other people ridiculous for feeling feeling, they're going to keep lacking self-love. I'm growing. I'm moving forward. They're going to keep creating situations like this with other people. I'm cutting people off. I'm setting boundaries so they do not do that to me again. So other people don't do that to me. No excuses. If you feel hurt, you feel hurt. If you feel sad, you feel sad. You have to understand you cannot change people. You cannot force them to understand you and see where you are coming from, because everybody has different perspectives. And if they have this certain perspective, all right, like, it is what it is. You do you. Say your feelings. Say how you feel. If they listen, okay. If they don't, okay. And if anything, like, I was proud of myself, literally so proud of myself for handling a situation way better than I would have before. That certain situation, and like with another person, but also with me, allowing myself to feel and not numbing myself and not escaping and not thinking that it's negative, because you're probably like, oh, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry over this person. Accept it. That was my thing before too, where I didn't want to accept it and I didn't want to accept what happened and what people did. But I'm like, no, it is what it is. This person has shown me who they truly are, and that's that. I can't change it. I don't get angry anymore, and I don't get angry with a person because I understand them in a way. I know that they lack self-love, so they don't respect other people's boundaries. They don't respect your feelings. They call you ridiculous for feeling sad, for feeling some type of way, for telling them how they disrespected your boundaries. They call you ridiculous, and I'm like, you're the ridiculous person. Now I'm good. I'm good now. I don't feel no type of way about the situation. I don't think about it. I have let it go. If it might come up, I'll journal about it. It is what it is. You have to let them be. You have to let it go. And I feel like so good. Honestly, the next day, I felt so refreshed. I felt like a new person, because I feel like it's so much energy that you let go. It was probably some older stuff too, and it just all came up. Like, you guys, I cried for 2 hours. I was like, damn. The next day, I did self-care. So much self-care. I still allowed myself to feel. I felt like just a little bit down. I didn't really want to talk. Yeah, I worked, but I said, you know what? Like, I'm not going to let them affect me, get all down and stuff like that. Like, feel down and not do anything. I know some people don't eat. They don't get out of bed. And honestly, I thought about that day up. I was like, oh, I don't even want to get up tomorrow. Like, I just want to lay in bed and just sleep. But I got my ass up. I did self-care all day. I put eye patches under my eyes because I was like, I've been crying. I got some puffy eyes. Let's take care of this. I took a long hot bath. I have this neck massager and I did that. I did my nails. I did an everything shower, exfoliated my face, washed my hair, put body oil all over my body. You know, everything that's self-care for me. I ate fruit, I ate juices. I loved myself. And this is me taking care of me, taking care of my feelings, taking care of me internally and externally. And you don't have to go like all out, go get a massage somewhere. I mean, hey, if you want to, but it's this neck massage that I got and it's really, really good. But it's stuff like that, eating good, because if I were to eat out junk food, chocolate and sweets and stuff like that, I'd feel worse, because that's negative energy and that's just feeding into those negative feelings, the getting sad and the getting angry and stuff like that. If you're feeling some type of way right now, feel it. Stop escaping. And I know a lot of people just love to escape and avoid situations and avoid people. Numbing yourself with alcohol, numbing your feelings, it's not going to do anything. It doesn't solve your problems and it doesn't get rid of those emotions. You're just hurting yourself even more. Those emotions are going to keep coming up and coming up until you actually deal with them, until you actually feel them, do something about them, learn from them, and then let them go. Alcohol makes shit worse. Every single time, for everything, it makes it worse. Even if you're happy, like when people are drinking for being happy, like celebrating, I get it, okay, I was there, but there's no point in it. For what? You're gonna get drunk and then feel like shit the next day, and it's just this negative cycle. That's not positive. Suppressing your emotions, numbing your emotions, it's not a positive way to deal with your emotions and what you are currently going through. I don't say like, oh, I'm never gonna feel sad ever again or angry. I might, since I used to just push my feelings away, literally drown myself in alcohol and escape and numb myself. I feel like sometimes that's why my feelings are all over the place. So that's just something I continue to work on, because you guys, it's not gonna happen overnight. I stopped drinking 3 years ago barely, and it was like hella years of drinking. So it's going to take some time, and I'm okay with that. Healing is fun. Healing is so much fun because I get to learn a lot. I get to learn a lot about me, about my emotions, about who I truly am, how I truly feel about certain situations. And it's just all about loving myself. And that's all you have to do. You have to love yourself. You have to take care of yourself and allow yourself to feel. Don't be scared to feel any certain way of anything. And it's funny because some people might cry about a certain situation. Other people might laugh. Everybody just has different feelings towards different things. You guys just don't numb yourself. Do not numb yourself. I'm just so proud of myself that I do not numb myself and that I allow myself to feel. And don't pay attention to people that call you out on your feelings or say you're ridiculous for crying, that you're weak. No, don't listen to them. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you a strong person. A person that cries and just lets out their feelings is a very strong and brave person. Meditate on your feelings, journal. You guys, journaling, I'm always talking about journaling because journaling helps so much. I love it. It's a perfect way to talk to yourself. And rereading, you learn so much about you. So much. It's really just letting your feelings out. And then rereading it, and you might think about it another way, or you just might go in deep, deep, deep. I hope that this helped you on how to manage your negative feelings, but they're all positive. Because I feel like it always leads to positivity. Me being angry before, being very resentful and stuff like that, and it led me to positivity. It's going to teach you a lot. Learn from it. Learn from those feelings. Pay attention to those feelings. Just feel them. Just feel. That way you could just let go. Feel all those feelings, and I guarantee you're then going to feel positive because you're being in the present moment, and it's going to lead to love, to getting to know yourself better. Sit down with yourself and allow yourself to feel. It might take a couple hours. It might take a couple days. It might take a week. I mean, it shouldn't be taking more than a week, because stop letting those emotions control you, because then it's like time's gonna go by and you're just letting those emotions control you and those other people control you. When no, you gotta learn from that. That's what you have to feel. Feel it in that moment and then be able to let them go. And you realize, yo, I'm allowing them to hurt me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about feelings. I hope that this helps you manage your feelings and that this inspires you to actually feel and not numb yourself. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.